You will not be getting any energetic support from the living dead people. That's for sure. So, but we carry on even without support. It just would be a better place if we had, it's not necessarily money, because money can be got in other places, but yeah, it becomes a thing like, well, you don't take money from there because the intention behind it, right? I mean, it's become like more apparent to me more than ever is like, be careful where you put your money and be careful what you do to make money. That is really, that because you're just going to be, you're now a rat in a wheel because you could be, right? Because you're just being used to perpetuate the shitty system. I mean, the agenda to what? To keep you down, man. To keep mass organism down. However, man, the electrical bars, I call them the electrical wires, are the bars they use to maintain
Neptune
the prison. I'm trying to
will be
do a
going
video
over
here.
my ascendant. I can look up the days.
Okay, this is the one I want. I'm going to
Inevitable.
post this about my upcoming Neptune ascendant conjunction. And that's why I was talking about the support thing. It's like, well, I imagine people that go through such the spiritual transformation with no support. Goodbye. I mean, spiritual transformation, what's that? I take my body off and I set it aside and I'm like, ugh, ugh, But it doesn't have to be that way with support. But the phenomenon that I'm seeing now is that people that they claim to be spiritual or whatever, the Buddhists, whatever they are, it doesn't matter. It's just you have it in you to become realized. Then now they recognize it in me, plus more. I mean, Jesus was amazing because she was not only Buddhist quality, but she was kind of political. She said, "Fuck your money. Money isn't going to be doing it for us. Human energy does everything for us." Oh, so anyway, I'm doing this and getting back to support, babe. The living dead, human energy will support you because it recognizes you. So it's converting a little bit. You're being dumbed down as well as killed off. Some people are completely killed off. Their life force energy is not working. They have what is called a dead seed. Now, I don't want to get personal or anything. I mean, you're not your body, but what happened is somehow your seed was dead, killed. The core, like the life seed in you that allows healing in your body, that keeps regenerating. Some people have enough of that deadened through attack. Vaccines is number one on the list that brings up when your seed dies in you, when your life force, like it's the only way I can explain it because it kind of keeps you, it really does, it'll keep you oxidized. It's like a humming thing that if you can harmonize with that inner resonance kind of a thing, it's a live thing that deadens when they start pounding it with all kinds of things through getting into your bloodstream. Who knows what they're doing? I mean, look up the work of Rudolf Steiner, who mentioned we will come up with the compound that we can inject that keeps the wonder out of you, which is your connection to all the cosmos. And like how the plants are green out there. There's really actually something called a metamorphic field that you can interact with. Well, when that seed dies, well, that's what's happened with a lot of people who have contracted or have gotten. You are when that seed dies, you are susceptible to diseases, all kinds of weird ones. Shauna's Neptunian quote, soon to come event. I mean, it's so ominous sounding, really, too, because if you're an astrologer and you know about Neptune, I mean, it doesn't have to rule um, that ultimate spiritual transformation where I'm like, yes, take my body off, goodbye, and now I'm a light body. I am going to the furthest corners of the universe. How do I do that? I love music. And I listen. I'm like, ooh, yay! And I kind of play myself into a realm that is of harmony, much better than this. Really, I've been imagining. It's like, oh, and this was why it's coming. Yes, you are being prepared. Forget about this world, and people. That's too bad. Don't be too attached, and don't build a church over me that just asks for money. That's what killed me, hun. You guys are so fucking stupid over that, and you're living in fear and money numbers. It keeps your number. Money keeps your number. Um, uh, because that fear, you need to learn. Fear is only because you don't know something. Now learn. Getting lazy, well, you becoming ignorant. Same thing. You need to learn something. You need to have experience enough to know the difference. Like all of a sudden, it's not because you're depressed that you're depressed. It's because you're not moving around. Is the reason why you're not moving around. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, get up and fucking do something, and it clears your mind out. Force yourself. Just do it. That's the saying of the ARiEs. That's where we are with Jupiter, and I live up here in the mountains, and we go through seasons. In the wintertime, what you just have to do is just lock yourself in the house and be quiet because it's snowing. And what are you going to do? I mean, okay, go outside and build a snowman. Whatever. Energy is energy. Don't judge it. But, we learn conservation up here. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. And getting back to support and everything, people aren't really supporting the right things. And there's that discipline um, that people lack, like say that the art forms, and camping in the mountains isn't one of them. I mean, it's just a way to get into your what? To your most confident self, like be all you can be kind of a thing. What is that? Well, it's only just living this moment now. I mean, God, beware of these artists. Like I mentioned artists, was like, okay, we got to admit that there's categories, like painters are different than musicians. Their goals are probably, generally, we can say it's the same. But anyway, and same with the campers. A camper is liable to break out a guitar, so we could combine it all, and then there's somebody painting a picture of the whole scene, whatever. Um, Life is amazing and beautiful, and I'm just um, printing this experience, the culmination of experiences that I've had. That's like, all right, take it or leave it, babes. I'm gonna isolate the mystical experiences that I've had that I can connect to an opening that just keeps happening and it's still going on. And I'm completely surrendered. I'm overwhelmed. Like the Neptune thing and then having almost starved, you know what I mean, to death. Why? Well, there is a little something happening here that I need to take responsibility about. And it's like, okay, I need to get back into that market. So I did. And this time, on might have heard the story. I'll put it right here, and I'll try to end it fast. The May 18th story about how that I was turned away from my food source. I mean, at that time, at that particular point, the violence was not trying to put a mask on me, but now pinching my fucking food source off, babes. Watch out. It's going to happen to us.